Namaste students, I am JVN Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapit Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic cytokines and their signaling types. What are the functionings of the cytokines? The previous video I discussed about some cytokines and their cell signalings and also included some reactions, some type of cytokines which function on another cells. So in this video, I am going to discuss some more things about this that point, particular point. So cytokines exhibit some function, some attributes of pleiotropy, tendency, synergy, antagonism, and which allow them to regulate their cellular activity. So first one is pleiotropy. Okay, so suppose that T helper cell has a cytokine which is released and it is interleukin 4. So interleukin 4 is a pleiotropy cytokines which have different cytokines. It can also target B cell, it can also target thymocyte, it can also mast cells, and their function are also different. In the B cells, they perform more functions like activation of B cell, proliferation of B cell, and differentiation of the B cell. So this interleukin, when it will bind to the receptor of B cell, then they will perform activation, proliferation, and differentiation. So this is about B cell. If this interleukin 4 will bind to the thymocyte cell receptor, then they will perform the proliferation of the thymocyte. Means the thymocytes will not multiply until interleukin 4 is not bound to them. So it is providing, interleukin 4 is providing them a signal that you must divide now. The next is mast cells. If this interleukin 4 will bind to the mast cells, it will indicate the mast cells to divide, to proliferate. So when it will bind, the mast cell will proliferate. So this is signaling of the interleukin 4, which is conducting their signaling on 3 different cells. So this is the pleiotrophy. If a one cell perform its activity on different types of cells, then this type of activity is known as the pleiotrophy. Similarly, the next redundancy. If different cytokines can have the same effect on the same target. So if this interleukin 2, interleukin 4, and interleukin 5, suppose these are secreted by the T helper cells. If the interleukin 2 will bind to P cell, it will go for the proliferation. If interleukin 4 will bind, it will also uh, perform the proliferation of the B cell. If interleukin 5 will go to B cell receptor, then it will also perform the proliferation. So the function of interleukin 2, interleukin 4, and interleukin 5 on the B cell is same. So this type of uh, activity of uh, cytokines is known as the redundancy, where the function of all the cytokines are same on a particular cell. Now, synergy. It occurs when the combined effect of the two cytokines. Here, only take the example of the interleukin 4 and interleukin 5. If this activity T helper cell will secrete the interleukin 4 and interleukin 5 on the B cell for the class switching of the Ig, the only interleukin 4 will not be able to perform this activity. Okay, if we talk about the B cell into the IgE, then they will not be able to class switch. But if interleukin 5 will also bind to another receptor, then this will induce the class switching of the IgE molecule. B cell will convert into the IgE. So this is combined effect of the two cytokines, where only one cytokine cannot perform its function and take the help of another cytokines to perform any kind of function. This type of activity is known as the synergy. Next is antagonism. Here, if one cytokine is performing one function and another cytokines will inhibit that activity, then this type of activity is known as the antagonism. Here, suppose this activated T helper cell has secreted the interleukin 4 on the B cell for the class switching with interleukin 5. Okay, interleukin 5 and interleukin 4 will conduct the class switching. Then interferon gamma will stop this activity, that now it is enough IgE has been prepared, so you don't need to prepare some more immunoglobulin A. So this interferon gamma will bind to the B cell and allow not the B cell to proliferate more, to prepare more immunoglobulin E. So this is the function of the interferon gamma, to allow B cell not to produce more immunoglobulin E. This is about the activity of the cytokines. Now come to the nomenclature. How the cytokines are named. If we were talking about the interleukin 4, interferon gamma, so how the nomenclature was conducted. First one is interleukins. How the interleukins are nominated. Uh, interleukins, the nomenclature is based on the type of the cell from which they are originated. First thing. First thing is that it is dependent on the type of the cells from which they are originated, from they are secreted. The second thing is that the nomenclature is also based on the function of the cytokines. Two things are used for the nominate the cytokines, to give the name of the cytokines. That's the function. Second is that from type of cell from which they are secreted. So interleukin, how they are how the nomenclature of interleukin are given. Interleukins are the mediators between the leukocytes. The most vast majority of these are produced by the T helper cells. So if we talk about the interleukin, if we talk about the interleukins, then interleukins are the mediators, means intermediates. They are intermediates. So due to the intermediate activity of these interleukins, they are known as the interleukins. Okay. So their nomenclature is based on their function. Now lymphokines. How the lymphokines are given their name of lymphokines. Lymphokines, from which they are secreted from the lymphocytes. Lymphocytes, lymphocyte, lymphokine. So the chemical or cytokines which are secreted by the lymphocytes are known as the lymphokines. So their naming is based on their type of cells from which they are secreted. Next is monokines. How the monokines are secreted and how the monokines are named that you are not naming monocytes, we are giving you name monocytes. So the monocytes are the cells which are secreted, which are secreting these cytokines. So that's why we are naming these monokines, because they are secreted by the monocytes. Now, interferon, how the interferon are named, how interferon are named on the basis of their function, because interferon are the uh, cytokines which have antiviral process, antiviral activity. So interferon are named on the basis of their function, where they have antiviral activity. Now, next is colony stimulating factor. How the colony CSF are nominated. The colony stimulating factor are named on the basis of their functions. Means they support the growth of the blood, red blood cell. They support the growth of the blood cells. So they are named as the colony stimulating factor. On the basis of their function, they are named. The next is chemokines. How the chemokines are named? Chemokines are named on the basis of their name as well as their activity also. What is their functions? So these chemokines mediate chemo attraction between the cells and also perform chemotaxis. Chemotaxis. So that's why they are named as the chemokines. So we have understand the nomenclature of the cytokines. Also, now we need to understand this classification. We will give a sort of classification in this video, but we will study deeply about the classification of the cytokines in the next video also. So when we talk about the classification of the cytokines, cytokines have been classified on the basis of their biological response into some another functions like anti-inflammatory activities and another activities. So how they are classified? The question is that interleukin, how interleukins are classified? Interleukin are the molecule which act as a mediators between the leukocytes. We have already discussed how they are nominated, because they are the intermediates within the leukocytes, and the interleukin have a vast majority of uh, cytokines, and they are produced by the helper T cell. The next is the lymphokines. They are produced by the lymphocytes. Their nomenclature as well as their classification is based on the same type of activities. Means the source of the cells from which they are secreted and their functions. The two important terms are used for their classification also. Lymphokines are the cells which are produced by the lymphocytes, and the monokines are another type of cytokines. They are produced exclusively by the monocytes. So this is another classification of the cytokine. Interferon is another type of cytokines, and interferon which are involved in the antiviral activity. So it is the next type. Another type is colony stimulating vector, which support the growth of the red blood cells and another blood cells like what WBC also. So it is also a type. And next type is last type is chemokines, which have important function in the chemo attraction of the chemo axis between the cells. So this is all about the normal introduction of the cytokines, their nomenclature, and then normal classification system. In the next video, we are going to explain the classification of the cytokines in detail, and students will be able to understand the nomenclature, the activities of the cytokines, the nomenclature of the cytokines, and the normal classification of the cytokines. So, what kind of questions can be asked in this lecture? The questions which can arise from here are that first, what is cytokines? Explain the nomenclature of the cytokines. Explain the classification of the cytokines. Explain the type of activities which are involved in the cytokines. So, on the basis of these, we can explain the cytokines very well. So, my lecture is over here. In the next video, I will discuss about the classification of the cytokines in detail. Thank you very much.